Hi, Dr. Paul Haider, Master Herbalist here. Well, what do you think these are? Well, these are capsules. They have a kind of a earthy smell to them, and these are kudzu. You know, this has been around for over 2,000 years. It was originally found in China and Japan, and got accidentally transplanted to the southern United States. It became an invasive plant, but it's also helpful because those plants are really strong, and the vines themselves can be used to make baskets because they're so strong. But the roots are really have a lot of medicinal qualities, and I think that we overlook how good they are because we see it as an invasive plant. But yeah, we have a lot of wonderful qualities. Even Big Pharma is seeing it now. So it's called Patrera lobata. I hope I'm saying that right. It's a great thickening agent. It can come as a white powder also, and a thickening agent like arrowroot and cornstarch, but it's better. And also is a great gelling agent for jams and jellies and things like that. And it helps really well with menopause, uh, vaginal dryness, improves memory, helps with attention span. In traditional Chinese medicine, this stuff is thought to be one of the 50 most important herbs in Chinese medicine. So, boy, I'm telling you, this is something to be thought about as being really important because that's been going on. Chinese medicines have been going on for over 3,000 years, and if they think it's really important, I think it's really important also. It also can help with weight loss because it helps to move the contents through the GI tract and helps with constipation. It calms the mind and the body. It's very soothing to jangled nerves. It soothes the GI tract because it's kind of like a jelly-like balm in the GI tract, and it helps with hyperactivity. If you have an adult that's hyperactive or a child that's hyperactive, it can help with that too. It's great for migraines and cluster headaches, and a lot of studies have been done showing that kudzu can help to prevent migraine headaches and also to with cluster headaches also. It lowers cholesterol, because it has this gelatinous thing. It helps to lower cholesterol, just kind of like oatmeal. I would presume to be very similar to that. It lowers blood pressure, which is great. And another thing which is helpful, a lot of people have high blood pressure, and high blood pressure leads to kidney disease, so that's not good. So I want to lower that as much as possible. It helps with insulin resistance. So if a person has insulin resistance and diabetes, this could also help too to utilize the insulin so it gets into the cells and be able to make a difference in lowering blood sugar. Also, it helps with metabolic syndrome. If you have a big gut, you've been drinking a lot of beer or eating a lot of carbs or whatever, and that fat takes on its own life after a while, and it causes hormone changes and everything. Actually, using kudzu can change all that and can minimize the change caused by all this fat. Also, it helps with alcohol addiction, and there's a lot of studies done showing that you know people who usually drink in an hour, 3 to 4 beers an hour, cut it down to about two. So that makes a big difference also, and it also helps with hangovers. If helps with the vomiting and headaches and the nausea and all that kind of thing too. So, and it helps to restore and replenish the liver if you've been drinking too much. It also reduces the risk of blood clots. So if you're a person who has the propensity for blood clots, and then this is a good thing for you to be taking. It also is a good antihistamine, so if you have allergies and you're coming down with allergy attacks all the time, Kudzu is a great thing. It dilates blood vessels, increases blood flow in the brain, which is one of the few that does that. And it also in the coronary arteries too, and helps with angina, which is really great. It also has a agent called isoflavonoid tetragenin. Tetragenin. I hope I'm saying that right. And this stops the replication of breast cancer cells, and it actually blocks estrogen. It has estrogen-like compounds, but they're not estrogen, but they combine with estrogen and actually blocks estrogen from getting to those cells because estrogen proliferates cancer cells. So, cool. Also, it's an alkalizing food and is great for as a gelling agent, as I talked about, for jams and jellies and for thickening up soups and stews and all kinds of things like that. And it's much better for a person than using like potato starch or arrowroot or using any of the other things like cornstarch, which have a lot of calories in those. It, like I said, increases circulation throughout the body. It helps prevent the reoccurrence of outbreaks of shingles, cold sores, and herpes. So if you have one of those, you might think about taking Kudzu on a regular basis. It's a good beta blocker and helps with stress. And if you get a racing heart on a regular basis, it can help with that also. It helps with menopausal hot flashes and night sweats. And if you're going through menopause and you know how terrible it can be to have night sweats and those hot flashes going on so you can't sleep, Kudzu can help greatly. Also, people who have stiff necks and you know, sore shoulders all the time, Kudzu can help with that too, because it's a great anti-inflammatory agent, and so it can help with inflammation in the body. And inflammation is the first step towards going towards disease. You know, actually, a lot of times we have acid. Acid causes inflammation. Inflammation causes disease. So this is a really important thing. It also helps to prevent heart attacks in general because it helps to prevent platelets from sticking and agglutinating together, and it also dilates vessels, so that's important. It's a powerful antioxidant and has lots of flavonoids, and so it's a real powerful healer and helps with getting rid of DNA damage and also healing DNA damage in general and preventing DNA damage. It helps calm jangled nerves. It helps with neurodegenerative disease, so this can be an adjunct to whatever you're using for that process. It also helps to relax muscles and also helps with spasms. And it's like I said, a good thickening agent for cooking, and you can buy it in a white powder form. And also, a lot of people, I don't recommend frying, but if you take your fish or your chicken and powder it with a little bit of kudzu, and makes a crispy crust on the outside. And it's great for thickening juices. And it also alkalizes the juices. If you have a very citric acid juice, a little bit of this kudzu can help. It comes in teas and extracts and powders and tablets and tea pills and all kinds of different forms. The average dose is about 120 to 150 milligrams daily. And of course, it should not be used by those who are pregnant or nursing or are going to be pregnant soon, and not for small children and those taking blood thinners, because it does thin out the blood a little bit also. So try some kudzu. You can find this in any health food store, and also you can find it online. I found it on Amazon and eBay. You can buy it by the pound as a white powdered form. You can buy it in little cubes as a form for cooking also. And so try it and see how it works for you. You know, everybody reacts differently to herbs, It's just like antidepressants. Some work for some people and not for others. Antibiotics, some work for some people and not for others. So it's no different with herbs. We're all different bodies, and we have to make sure that with this particular form of herb works for us, and that's important. And also, it's important that we take and have responsibility for our body. I've seen just lately a lot of people who get sick, and it's New Year's and they're going to a party anyway, and you're not really taking care of themselves and lying horizontal instead of being vertical. We can't get well unless we take care of our body, and that's really important. So be loving and kind to this thing that we have on the outside, and take care of this vehicle for getting around the universe. And if you care to make a donation, the link is down below, and if you would subscribe, that would be great. And all my ability to get a hold of me, and all my consults are free. Just let me know. And my email address is down below, my phone number, and even my Skype address. So I'm here to help in any way, shape, or form. And you have a great day, and I love you.